Hello everyone, this is Josie, the author of the Paid Mother series, and I am starting part 3 of my Q&A, and this time I'm going to actually be talking about the Paid Mother series, and I'm going to go down through each series leading up to the Dear Father series, which is when I'm done with the Q&A is when I'll be posting for the Dear Father series. I'm still not done with it. I am still writing some chapters before I post them. So yeah, let's just get started. So for the Paid Mother, I am going to be talking about characters, themes, certain plots, my favorite scenes, overall thoughts, my thought process on the book and how it came to be. And if you have any questions or something that you noticed while reading, just write them in the comments below. So the way I came up with the Paid Mother series is when, like, I'm a reader. Okay, I said that before. I am a bookworm, and so I came up, like, as I was reading, I felt mostly with the romance novels. As I kept reading, I never felt related to the characters at all. Like, I was just reading, be like, oh, okay, and I just didn't feel a connection. And part of it was because the characters didn't look like me, not the same environment. I couldn't relate to the author as much. And so I remember I was with my sister. I'm like, man, I love Wattpad and the community, but I just feel like, there's no one that looks like me. There's not an author that looks like me. There's not an author that writes about girls like me. And so I just felt like there was a disconnect in the Wattpad community as well. It's just in books and just reading, I just didn't feel anything. And so also the books that I do read that do have girls that look like me weren't all that good. Like, even their stories, even though they look like me, their stories not match. Like, not every black girl's from the ghetto, not every black girl's poor or wants to have sex, And what I really hated mostly in the interracial genre that I've seen in Wattpad is they'll sexualize the female, especially the black female. And I really hate the whole, she looks like a big, beautiful chocolate Hershey's bar. I just want to devour her and have her between my legs. I never seen a black girl. This is America. All the books, romance books I've read in America, you telling me you never saw a black girl? Never. And in the cities they are from, diverse. So come on now. And then they're like, oh, I never noticed this black girl. She's the only black girl in the school. Well, I could believe that there's probably fewer black students in a high school. I believe that. But, like, come on now. Like, now she walks, that cocoa butter. Oh, my gosh. Oh, beautiful, dark, chocolate brown eyes. White people got brown eyes, too. Your mama got brown eyes. And you telling me you looking at her like, wow. So I didn't like that. I didn't feel comfortable. I couldn't relate. I was like, what is this? And then also, the black girl always fell into the stereotype. And she always gets knocked up by the white guy. She was living a good life, smart, beautiful black girl, boom, gets knocked up. Then the white guy is a good-for-nothing guy either. Leaves her, whatever. It's always that too. The black girl gets knocked up, and then the white guy's family don't accept them, and then he just leaves her. She raises the baby, comes back saying, oh, I miss you. And I didn't understand that. I was like, why is this even a genre? Why is this even a thing? So that, for the Paid Mother series, that became my inspiration to writing the Paid Mother. When I saw this was happening and I didn't like what I was seeing, I didn't like what I was reading, I was like, I want to write a book with a lead black girl. Interracial, I don't know, I just wanted to do it. There's not a big meaning thing about why I chose Kevin to be the leading guy. I mean, it is what it is. Yeah, so I really wanted, because I love interracial books in general. It doesn't have to be white or black, just interracial in general. But yeah, so I told myself, I was like, okay, I want to write a book with a beautiful, strong, independent black female. How would I do that? And so I kept thinking, like, what is my story? What is something that is different? And I don't know what came over me, but clown. Clown popped in my head. I'm like, wow, that is different. And she's a black female. A black female clown. I was like, okay, so Josie, where you going with this? Like, I don't know where I was going. I was like, where you going with this? And I'm like, okay. And the ideas started flowing. Clown. Then she falls in love with the rich guy because I'm a sucker for billionaire stories. I'm a romantic person. I love rich girl. Well, it could be a rich girl too. Poor guy, rich girl, poor girl, rich guy. I love that little fairy tale atmosphere, drama, family drama thing. That's what I love. And so I was like, okay, rich guy, check. Oh, divorced widow, not divorce, a widow. Okay, different. She cares for the family, different. Okay, and then as I started writing, the ideas flow, and I fell in love with my characters, and I was loving the direction I was going, and I felt it was different. Yes, yeah. So that was that, and in terms of name, okay, Jackie is. I got the name from. I love the name Jackie. First of all, my daughter. If I ever get a daughter, or have a daughter, her name is gonna be Jackie, hands down. I don't care what my husband says. No one says her name's gonna be Jackie or Jacqueline, but I like Jackie, so whatever. Jackie. I got this name from my all-time favorite actress. She's an African actress from Ghana, and I love her. I watch African movies, by the way. I love them. That's where I get my romantic from, because all African movies are so romantic and passionate and over the top, and I'm here for it. I also like K-dramas as well. Yeah, so Jackie, the name is from my favorite actress named Jackie Apala, and she's an African actress from Ghana, and I love her to death. She was the first, when I first got into African movies, it's from her movie, and I just fell in love with her. So I watch all her movies. It's only her and a few other actors and actresses as well, but she's like my main. Like, if I can, like all nationalities, all countries, she's my top actress, so I love her. So I chose her, and I love that name. So that's the name. Came Kevin, basic. I wanted a different name because all the time when I see just books in general, same name, Adonis. Or some stupid name that don't even make sense. Beautiful. I saw a guy named Beautiful. I was like, okay. What else? I've seen William for everything. William. Every time the rich guy. William. Like some Prince British name. And I was like, no. The name Max. I thought it was a cute name. I feel like if I had a baby boy, I would name him Max. So there was that. And I also like the name Maxwell. So that added. And Maxwell originated from a movie which starred Jackie Apala, and her love interest was Maxwell, which I love. I don't know his real name, can't say it. It's an African name, I can't say it. But yeah, so Max came from that. Is there anything else? In writing this book, I did have to do research in terms of clowns, how they dress, how they're perceived. Famous clown figures. What else do I have to Google? I think that's really it. Okay, so now we're gonna get down to the characters. So my first character is Jackie. In the Finding Dory, I did character analysis, or more like character. I was describing them and stuff, like character info and facts. I did that. Sorry. It's like blocking my computer. I realized I should have probably had it up. Yeah, so I did character analysis and things like that on the Finding Dory book. And I'll just go off of that and just there's nothing. Okay, so Jackie Armstrong, the last name came from, I don't really don't know. I just wanted a nice last name, and I Google these things just like every other Wampatter. Google up what's a nice last name, a nice black last name, and then I saw Armstrong, and I was like, okay, I like that. And as a side note, Armstrong, when I play games and stuff like that, Jackie Armstrong is always my username. There's that. I love it. Yeah, so she's played by Beyonce's sister, which is Solange Knowles, and I love Solange. Like, everybody say Beyonce Queen Bee, but for me, she my queen. I love her. I've been with her since the beginning when she came out. No one really listens to her old stuff. No one knows about her old stuff. They know that new stuff that she got, but I love her. So, yeah, I chose her because I love her and she black. Yeah, so her birthday is June 1st. She's 33. She's 5'3". That's how tall I am. Yeah, she's African American and French on her mother's side. And the French part comes actually from me because I'm Haitian American. And my last name is Jean-Louis, which is a French last name. And I have like a few people in my family that's also French. So I just wanted to put a little snip in there. And her mother is Jacqueline and Jacqueline. That's my two favorite names. And father is Richmond. Not a big thing for that. And her siblings are Junior, Larry, Lewis, and Esther. Esther comes from a best friend. She's still a good friend of mine to this day, but just not as close as we used to be. From middle school, I knew her since middle school up until, I didn't see her in high school. She went somewhere else. But we still kept in touch. Her name was Esther, and she was one of my best friends in middle school. Like, we were like this. So that's where the name Esther comes. Larry and Lewis. Larry comes from her little brother. She's a little brother. And I don't know, my head was like, Larry, because I remember growing up and stuff, like, we'll be on the phone. Her brothers will always be annoying her and stuff. So Larry came from that. Lewis, I think it just rhymes or like went together because Larry and Lewis are twins. Junior is his name is Richmond, but it's just Junior for short because he's the oldest. Her pet is a golden retriever named Bobo, and Bobo is actually a name of a famous clown. So there's that. Her career history, she's been a clown for 15 years, a nanny for 1, and she's been a dance performer for 6 years. And then at the time, at least for the paid mother, the first one, she is, she was a nanny. So yeah, 1 year, she was a nanny. Her favorite food are hot wings and seafood. I don't like hot wings. Okay, if you want to count this, like, okay, when my mom makes chicken or any type of chicken or any type of meat, I put hot sauce on it, but it's to my standards and my liking. I don't like eating spicy food that someone else pre-made because my spicy level is not the same. So sometimes something will be like a little to some people. To me, it's like, oh shit, this is spicy. So I'm not a big hot wings fan. Seafood, not a big seafood fan either. The only thing I like is shrimp and a few fish done properly. I like crab, but it has to be already out the meat. I'm not about to do all that. Favorite color is purple. Favorite person is Dan Rice, who is a famous African American clown. Yeah. Yes. And yeah, so I had to Google that up. But yeah, and I learned some stuff. Writing this book, I learned a lot of things. So I really love and enjoyed the process of me writing this book. Favorite artist, I put Beyonce, Jay Park, New Edition. And Jay Park, by the way, is a Korean American singer, rapper, and songwriter. He does K-pop and also R&B, rap. He's Korean American. He's from Seattle, so he knows English very well. He is signed to Rockefeller Music or something like that, from Jay-Z's label. So I put a little bit me in there, so you know, like what they like is what I like. Okay, how to describe Jackie? When creating Jackie, I knew I wanted her to be a strong, independent, loving, black woman. I didn't want her to be sexualized. I didn't want her to be afraid of speaking her mind. I didn't want her to. Okay, just making sure I'm on the right track. Yeah, so I wanted her to speak her mind and just, be proud of herself, as a woman, and not be defined by a man. That was my biggest thing. And I wanted to show Jackie, like, with or without Kevin, Jackie is going to be Jackie. And when they're together, they're still okay, but not together. When they're apart, they're still okay, but when they're together, they're even better. That's the type of union that I wanted to make with my characters. I didn't want to make them just be together just as fake of being together, or just because they were just physically attracted to one another. That's the biggest thing that I felt with Wattpad, and I hated. That I felt like characters were together just because they were attracted. That's it. There was no built up and no understanding of one another. And when exploring Jackie and Kevin's relationship and how they interact, I want them to get to know each other and to, learn their quirks, things they hate and love about each other, and accept for each other for who they are. That's what I really wanted. On the character analysis that I wrote, I put no matter how I would describe her style. How I would describe Jackie. She has a very big heart. She loves to see people around her happy and also loves to make others happy. I wanted that as well. And that's kind of who I am as a person, because right now I am studying in education and I want to help children, and I love to see people excel, and I love to see people succeed. And I feel like that's the same with Jackie as well when she's with Max or Alex and even Kevin. She wants to bring out the best and wants the best for other people, which is what I want. She can be a little selfish, just like everyone else. She's not perfect. That's another thing I wanted to add. Like, no one in my book is perfect. Everyone has their own flaws and faults, and that's okay. And some own up to their faults, and some don't. Puts herself before others. Likes to take on everything herself and doesn't ask anyone for help. And in terms of her being an independent woman, that aligns with that. Overthinks everything and is not good at expressing her feelings. Although she loves to, help out people and then just give and give and give, sometimes she doesn't articulate that very well. Just like people in real life. So she loves to dance, listen to music, which is what I like to do. She likes to cook, see other people smile when she's cooking. Not a good singer, and not afraid to take risks. With Jackie, I wanted her to have a very motherly, loving presence, and that comes in hand with her, taking care of Max and being a nanny and all that. I wanted her, a very down-to-earth, I wanted her to feel like when you read her, that you can believe that, like, if she walked down the street, you'd be like, oh yeah, that's Jackie. Like, someone that you can see and visualize. That was my biggest thing, because some characters I have read on Wattpad, I'm just like, who is like this? Who is like this? And I tried my best when I'm writing to, get out of my head in this fantasy and try to be like, okay, this is real life. These are people, and they're going through stuff. I also talked about her style in terms of how she dressed and things like that. You can read that if you like. How I describe her hair. She's African American, and also the fact that she's African American, I wanted her to own that. And I wanted myself and also readers to not forget, and even people around her, that she's black. She's African American, and she's proud of it. How she wears her hair, how she styles, how she dresses, how she acts, how she talks, how she interacts. That's the essence of Jackie. And I wanted to also show, her upbringing and You know, that this is her family. This is how she's raised. You know, she likes to cook. She likes to clean, but she also likes to work and be there for people. I didn't want people to forget that, and also the people that Jackie interacts to forget that. Like when she interacts with other people, and people see Jackie, they're like, yeah, that was one of my big things. X, check Kevin.